Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I've been kind of MIA, but oh well, who cares. Anyways, today's video is going to be me doing something a little different. I haven't done this on my channel, I don't think, or maybe I have kind of sprinkled in, and that is reviewing, going over the VMAs 2021, mainly talking about the performances. I really just want to focus on that. I have some comments about the show itself, but we're gonna focus on the performances. I literally wrote down everything, like rated the performances, so we have a lot to go through, so let's just get right to it. Before we do get into it, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, turn on the post notifications so that you're notified of the next time that I post a video, and follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description below. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the video. All right, so I think it's not really a secret that award shows have been trash for the past year or so. The VMAs especially have gone downhill rapidly, and then like with COVID and everything, like award shows have been really weird, but the VMAs had a crowd this year, so that I think helped it. I felt like this VMAs, just kind of as a spoiler alert, I felt like it was better than VMAs that have been in the past few years. Felt like it was more entertaining. It definitely wasn't up to the caliber of like other iconic VMA award shows, but it was not bad. I didn't think that it was bad. I thought that the production was pretty good. I felt like the performers that they had were pretty good. And overall, I did not think it was a bad show. Did I think it was like amazing, show-stopping, all of that? No, but it wasn't that bad. And it definitely was not as bad as other award shows have been in the past year or so. So we're starting it off on a good note. So let's just jump right into the first performance. The first performance was the Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber, which I did not know. I deleted Instagram and Twitter from my phone for a little bit because I just need to like detox and cleanse. So I was not on Twitter and I like didn't see anything. So I literally went into it and I was like, oh, the Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber are opening up. Great, right? I'm looking at my notes, by the way. I gave this performance a 7.5. Yes, 7.5. I thought it was good. I thought it was high energy. I thought it was the perfect song to start off the award show, especially because it went #1 and, you know, all of this. It was pretty high energy. I thought the band, I love live bands. So whenever artists have a live band instead of a track, I'm super giddy because live bands are just the best ever, period. That's like, don't argue with me about that. As far as the actual performance, I thought that they did well. Mics were on, they sounded good. Not much dancing, not much choreography. The production value was okay, so I didn't think that it was like the best performance in the world, but I did not think that it was a bad performance. I thought it was good. So it was good, 7.5. And then next we had Justin solo performing Ghost, which is a song that I think it's gonna be his next single off of Justice, the album. I really love this song. It's a very sad song, and no, it's not about Selena. It's about literally someone who's dead. So if you think that, or if you're trying to put that narrative out into the world, anyways, I've seen TikToks about it. It's irritating. People lack brain cells. People lack common knowledge. Anyways, whatever. It's fine. Again, I gave this performance as well a 7.5. I thought it was good, high energy. The band was great. Justin sounded good. The Hood. If I ever see Justin Bieber in person, I will fight him. Love the man to death. #1 stan. However, I will fight him. Why? Because it's like he chooses to not, like, it's like he's one of the most attractive people, and he will do everything in his power to make himself look the least attractive possible. Because why did he have the hood on the entire... You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the NBA like bubble, when all of the NBA players were in a bubble and they all looked extremely wild. They looked completely unhinged. They did not look like they had money. Why? Because their wives were not with them to literally go and be like, what are you doing? Like, no, I'm dressing you. Like, no, I'm making you get a haircut. I think that Hailey is such an amazing person because she loves him for who he is. Because I know that she has common sense enough to be like, why would you have a hood on the whole? It is what it is. Also, one thing about Justin's performance of Ghost, he sang the verses in a higher octave than what is actually sung in the song. And I know that's like really like technical and like petty, but that was really good, you know, to sing it in a higher octave than... Anyways, that's just something to say because, you know, I'm a stan, whatever. But I thought that his performance was good, nothing to write home about. It was a good performance. Olivia Rodrigo was next. I thought that they like really like opened the show with a bang because they had like their 2 best new artists going head to head, and they had 2 songs that went #1 and are super big, especially on TikTok. Like, they really did a good job, I think, with the opening. I think Olivia Rodrigo was pretty good. I gave her a 7.5. I felt like the performance, the production value was really good for her performance. Again, we love a live band. I like this. I like the Good For You is the only song by Olivia Rodrigo that I have, and it's because it's a really good song. But the reason why I might like the song as much as I do is because she was using interpolation and like used Misery Business by Paramore, and like Paramore is my favorite band of all time, favorite artist of all time. So that might be why I like the song so much, but nonetheless, I like the song. The performance itself, like her performance, she sounded good. But then we got to the end and like her breath control was kind of giving out. But I did not think it was a bad performance, you know? It was a decent performance. I liked it. It was entertaining. Next we have Casey Musgraves. I gave this performance a 5. Why? Because it was boring. I did not like the song choice. I felt like her voice sounded really bland. And yeah, it was just like this is at the VMAs. This is how I feel. If you're gonna do like a slower song, a more like a moody song like that, you better give vocals. You better give vocality, you know? That was not given. It's either you do like a really high, like, for me, one performance that I love is when Ariana Grande did Tattooed Heart at the Grammys. I believe that's what and like, it's a slow song, right? It's a ballad, but the vocals gave, like Adele. If Adele is performing, you know that she's gonna give vocals, yes? So with Casey Musgraves, it's like, okay, you're giving slow. Are you gonna give vocals? No. So what are you giving? Did not like that performance, not really. Her vocals were not that bad. I didn't think that it was a good choice for the VMAs. I don't feel like she should have performed. So I gave her a 5. Then we have 21 Pilots. I don't really listen to them, but I gave them a 7. They were pretty good. Again, I love a live band, so that will automatically, like, in my mind, put, like, it's already entertaining to me, just because for me, live bands, musicians always make the coolest musical choices when they're performing live. You know, they can kind of deviate from the original track, and I always enjoy that. I have never heard that song before, but I liked how it sounded when they were playing it at the VMAs. It wasn't anything to like write home about. It wasn't anything crazy. That's why I gave it a 7, but it was not a bad performance. I thought it was a pretty good performance. So yeah, I gave it a 7. Next, Ed Sheeran. Now, I have been an Ed Sheeran fan for years. I don't know why Ed Sheeran gets slandered so much on the internet. Please stop, okay? I don't get it. Like, Ed Sheeran is super talented, especially his songwriting ability. I'm sorry, but like, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't speak about Ed Sheeran like that. Thank you, okay? I remember listening to his first album in like middle school, which is wild, by the way, because I'm 21 now. So like, how long has Ed Sheeran been in the music industry? Crazy, right? But I like the song. I've never heard it before. Apparently this was like a new song. I gave his performance a 7. Yeah, I thought it was a cute song. He sounded good. I wish that Ed Sheeran would do performances like how he used to do them, where he would like literally record all of the parts right there on stage. I used to love watching Ed Sheeran performances on YouTube just for that. So I wish he would go back to that and kind of go back to his roots. But I thought it was a good performance. It was nothing like crazy to write home about, but it was not a bad performance. Next, Lil Nas X performed, but I did not watch him because I don't support him. I will not, like, I completely skipped it. Did not even listen to the song. Will not listen to the song. I don't support that man. Also, how he was nominated for video for good with Call Me By Your Name. Video for good. That video for good. Anyways, I digress. Next, Camila Cabello performed. I gave this performance a 6. First of all, whoever styles her must be a Normani stan, because like that outfit. Whoever styles her literally hates her, like hates her guts. Like, I'm telling you, they have it out for her. And honestly, I feel like that's reparations. Like, it's karma, love. It's karma. Her vocals were high-key annoying throughout the song. I've heard that song. I saw her like perform that before. I forget where, but like she performed that before. And it's like the same performance at each award show. The thing that I love about Doja Cat, she never does that. It's never the same performance. But with that, it was like the bangs. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm not gonna be mean anymore. Okay. It wasn't like a bad performance. It was like fairly entertaining. I thought the backup dancers, like the whole vibe, the song was like okay. It was just like her. Like, I know that sounds mean, but the girl called Normani the N-word. Like, so at that point, like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. But, okay, being objective, like, it wasn't, like, a bad performance. It just was not. It was just she was the problem. She was the problem. Literally, like, her outfit was the worst outfit. How is it that the backup dancers' outfits were giving more than your outfit was giving? Your stylist hates you, love. Reparations. Okay, anyways, moving on to her boyfriend, Shawn Mendes, which, by the way, a lot of people have clocked this, and I have too. Worst career move he's made so far is dating Camila Cabello. And clearly, like, if they're in love in real life, then they're in love in real life. But if it's a PR relationship, which I feel like it is, terrible move, because nobody wants to listen to him anymore. And if I feel like more people like him less because of Camila. Like, literally, I feel like I would give him more of a chance if he was not with Camila. But like, since he is, I have less reason to give him a chance. Mind you, I never really had anything against Shawn Mendes. Like, I like some of his songs for sure, but he's with her, and that gives me an icky feeling, you know? So anyways, I gave his performance a 6 as well. The reason why I gave his performance a 6 was because it was boring. This performance was boring. Like, it was good vocals, it was cute, the song was and it was just him on stage with like smoke and like a DJ, and that's not what I like. Again, I love a live band, so if he had a live band, he'd probably be like a 7.5. But because of that alone, like, it gives very much boring, and it just was not, it just wasn't anything to write home about. I didn't like the performance really that much. I felt like it was very boring. And yeah, so I gave him a 6. Next we have Doja Cat. Now this one might be, I feel like Doja's performance was the most disappointing performance, and I know that sounds very like dramatic. I gave her a 7, but the reason why I felt like it was very disappointing was because she chose like 2 kind of slow songs. For one, I didn't really like the whole like acrobatics, trapeze in the air type, you know, like, I don't know, it just felt kind of weird. And then when she did the second song, You Right, which I like that song, like, I like that song, and the crowd was moving, like, you know, but it just wasn't giving the way that Doja usually gives. And I just didn't like the choreography that much, so I gave her a 7. And again, like, it's kind of disappointing because she's one of those people that I look forward to their performances. I look forward to seeing Doja Cat perform. And so I just felt like this performance was not as good as I had expected it to be. But if we're being like honest, like, if it were anyone else, it would probably be a higher score for them. Next we had Chloe. I gave her a 9. She gave. Like, I was kind of scared. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm always kind of scared when there's like a lot of pressure. Like, she has a lot of pressure on her for this being her first solo VMAs performance. Everyone's been like looking forward to this song. Like, there's a lot of pressure on her right now. She gave. Mic was on. Dancing was immaculate in my opinion. It was just like, she is a performer. Chloe Bailey is a performer, and oh my gosh, and her vocals were so good. Probably like the best vocals that night. Yeah, it was the best vocals of the whole thing. I gave her a 9 because she was just so good. I did think that the theme was a little weird. Okay, like that was the only thing. But like in general, it was a longer version of the song. The song sounded so good. Like, just everything was just so good. For her first performance for the VMAs, she did extremely well. And honestly, that performance, it was just so good. So I was super happy with her performance, super satisfied with it. I thought that she met the expectations, and honestly, in my opinion, she exceeded them, especially with her vocals. Her vocals were so good. So I gave her a 9. Loved that performance. Next, we had Normani. Now, I feel like it's actually very interesting that they put Doja Cat, Chloe, and Normani all back to back. I felt like maybe they should spread them out just so that people have more to like look forward to. But anyways, Normani was next, and I gave her an 8.5. Now, I would have given her a 9, honestly, because again, like, her performance was super good. Like, her dancing ability is amazing. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion, but the oh my gosh, I hate that. But like, again, like, she's a performer. Normani gives with performance, so her performance was honestly spectacular. She's a great performer, but the end part was just so weird. It was too much. I did not like the end of her performance when she was like on Tiana Taylor. I don't know why Tiana Taylor was there. She was just there. I was just like, okay, you're doing too much. And it honestly put her from a 9 to an 8.5 in my opinion, because I just didn't like that. Also, her mic was kind of off, but like, it's fine. Like, her mic was off, but she gave as far as dancing, and like, if your mic is off, you better give performance. And so she gave performance, so I can't be too mad about that. But the end part was too weird, so I had to give her an 8.5. But again, she's such an amazing performer, and she did meet expectations, in my opinion. She definitely did. Next is Ozuna. Mic was off. Like, the mic was not on. It was not on. And he wasn't dancing. He was just like walking around on stage. His backup dancers gave. Yes, his backup dancers gave. It was a cute little song. I gave him a 6 just because I'm like, if your mic is off and you're not dancing, why is your mic off? We don't like that. So gave him a 6. I don't listen to Ozuna. They were saying that like he has like a bunch of billion view videos, and I'm like, who is watching him? I don't know. Maybe I'm very American, like, as far as like, I don't know that people are like, because that song, I'm like, that's not a billion view song, but it's fine. Like, I guess I'm very American, but I just did not. I was like, what? Ozuna? Anyways, I gave that performance a 6. Next was Foo Fighters. Now, I was like, now why do they got these old men out here performing? However, I gave them an 8.5 because I, again, love a live band. I love a band. Like, you don't get it. Like, I love a band. And they gave. Like, I didn't even recognize the songs that much, but I was bopping for real. I was like, hold on, I'm bopping to Foo Fighters right now? At the VMAs, like, of all the people right now, I'm bopping to Foo Fighters. They had a higher rating than, like, a lot of the modern day, like, now, today artists. That's not okay, but they gave. So I gave them an 8.5. I really liked their performance. I really did. What does that say about today's artists? Ciao. Anyways, but they gave, so I gave them an 8.5. Next, we had Alicia Keys and Sway Lee. I gave them a 7. I liked the song. I thought the song was really good. Performance was cute. Alicia Keys can't sing. Ooh, should we get into that a little bit? Okay, story time. I realized that Alicia Keys couldn't sing when I was like 11, I believe. 11, yeah, because Whitney Houston passed before I turned 12. Anyways, I was 11 years old, and I remember when Whitney Houston passed, it was such a big thing, and I was watching the funeral. And I was watching the funeral, and Alicia Keys comes up. But now, mind you, like, I'd always been a casual, like, everyone's a casual Alicia Keys fan, so everyone knows, you know, the songs, right? She gets up, and she starts singing, and she sounded bad. Now, mind you, I'm 11. So if I think that you sound bad at 11, you really sound bad. Like, you gotta be bad to sound bad to an 11-year-old, yes? So when I saw that, I was like, wait, Alicia Keys can't sing live? Like, it was bad. Like, it was not good. I felt like Whitney was rolling over in her grave type stuff. Look it up if you haven't seen it. I've tried to, like, and then when I tell people, that is the performance that I point to. And then ever since then, I've just seen more performances of Alicia Keys where she does not sound good. I've realized that her tone is not very pretty. Like, her tone isn't that pretty, and she kind of yells instead of, like, just a lot. And it was, so, but she's an amazing musician. She makes great songs. I just wish she didn't sing them. I know that you did not expect Alicia Keys slander in this video, but that is what you're gonna get, because I cannot be fake, I cannot lie. I don't think that Alicia Keys is a very good singer. And every time I tell people that, they try to defend her with their life. And I'm like, hold up, pause. Because she stole someone else's man. Is she not a homewrecker? Okay, so why are you talking to me right now? Talk to her. Okay, I don't know about her. All I know is that she cannot sing that well. You do not have to defend her with your life. Okay, thank you. Next was Busta Rhymes. Now, I was not about to even review this performance. Busta Rhymes gave? Hold on, because we need to, like, deconstruct this. How is it that Busta Rhymes got a 9 for me? How is it that I was more, I literally got up out of my bed to dance to Busta Rhymes. I don't know what is in the water with these, like, old men, but they were giving. Like, I'm sorry, but his whole performance was so lit. And, like, that's my main thing. The VMAs is about having fun. Now, if you're gonna go to the Grammys and do a ballad at the Grammys. But at the VMAs, you're gonna have fun. And Busta Rhymes gave fun. He gave very, very fun performance. Like, that performance was entertaining. Like, I was entertained. I felt like I was kind of there. Like, oh my gosh. And he started doing songs that, like, everybody knows, like, doing the medley. And I think that also helped, obviously, because he's, like, doing a medley of songs that are, like, super big, but still. And, like, at first I was like, oh, like, these two old men. But as soon as I was like, hold on, wait, I was dancing. Like, I was dancing with it. He gave. So I gave him a 9. Yes, I did. I gave him a 9. And even though he was, like, going with the track and everything, I don't know, it was just something about it. The whole performance was so entertaining. I feel like if you can just do an entertaining performance where you have the whole crowd moving, like, the whole crowd moved with him, that's when you know you have a good performance. Like, regardless of anything else, it's just about moving that crowd. And so you can try whatever you can, but if you got it, you got it. And I felt like that performance had it. So I gave him a 9. Can't believe I'm saying that. Busta Rhymes, of all people. But it is what it is. I cannot lie. That's how you know I'm not lying to you right now, because I just gave Busta Rhymes a 9. Like, come on. And lastly, we have Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Barker. Now, I have thoughts about them in general, so we'll talk about that first. I feel like I see them everywhere now. Do you not feel like you see them everywhere? Like, they're everywhere. They're at everything. Like, a random fight. Guess who's there? Travis Barker and Machine Gun Kelly. With who? Megan Fox and Kourtney Kardashian. Kourtney Kardashian is is everywhere now. And, like, she's not everywhere like that, but now she is with Travis Barker. And Megan Fox didn't just make a comeback. She made a comeback with Machine Gun Kelly. Is that not weird to you? Like, just the way that they're just everywhere now, that, in my mind, that makes me feel like both relationships are PR relationships. They could just not be PR relationships, and then their PR people take advantage of it. But the fact that they're always everywhere and they're always together, and then the way that they were presented, like Megan Fox and Kourtney Kardashian presented them and were like, our future baby daddies, like, that gave very much PR, in my opinion. Like, the way that Shawn and Camila, like, it's just very much PR, like, because they're everywhere. Like, everywhere together. That's not like normal, especially for the 4 people, especially Travis Barker. Travis Barker, mind you, has been on like everything. Have you noticed that Travis Barker has featured on so many songs recently? Like Willow Smith's album, which was amazing, by the way. One of my favorite albums of 2021. But anyways, back to everything. Like, he's been everywhere. And I'm just like, this is giving very much PR. Anyways, I guess it's working out because Machine Gun Kelly finally got his chance to perform at the VMAs, and he gave a very average song, especially for rock. Again, like, I love rock music, so I usually just like a rock song for sure, but I don't know, that song wasn't giving as much. So I gave him a 7. It wasn't anything to like really write home about. It wasn't bad. I do love a good band, obviously. Like, I love a good band, and especially Travis Barker. Like, regardless of if he's doing this PR thing or not, he's an amazing drummer, so I enjoyed that. But again, like, it just felt weird. It just felt really weird, and I don't think that they should have closed. Like, I think that Chloe should have closed. Chloe Bailey closing the VMAs with that performance would have been iconic, but that didn't happen, so like, whatever. So just for a quick overview about the VMAs, I did not think that it was a bad show. I felt like some of the performance shouldn't have been there. Casey Musgraves, case in point, my least favorite performance of the night, other than like Lotto and like St. John. They were just like randomly there, and I just felt weird, and that was weird. So I didn't even like include their performances when I was rating performances and everything. But anyways, Casey Musgraves shouldn't have been there. There were a few people. I wish Ariana had performed. It hurts. Anyways, overall, I feel like it was a decent show. I did not feel like it was a bad show. I'll give the show altogether a 7. I thought that it was an entertaining show. There were entertaining moments. There were other moments that were very boring, and people that should not have performed. Also, I thought that the lineup scheduling should have been different, because I felt like some parts of the show were very entertaining and other parts were very boring. And so I think that they should have just like switched some people around, definitely had Chloe at the end or someone like that, but they didn't, and that's fine. Doja Cat did a cute job hosting, even though she wasn't on stage much. What else? The design of it was cute. I don't know why they keep trying to shove Madonna down everybody's throats. I don't think that she's a good singer. Never have, never will. She's not the queen of pop. Whoever said that is a liar. We're just giving all our hot takes today. What else? Overall, I thought that it was... Again, I will fight Justin Bieber. When I see him, I'll be like, oh my gosh, Justin, I love you so much. I will get close to him enough, and then because like, why were you wearing those pants and the hood? Like, oh my gosh, like, I really wanted to choke him out. And I want to choke Haley out too for letting him walk out the house like that. Like, girl, I don't know. Maybe she can't convince him, but he needs convincing, because that was horrific. I still love him though. Love him to death, whatever. But yeah, that's the VMAs 2021. I had fun doing this video, and I want to do more of these. So yeah, I might do more award show reviews, so watch out for those, and also watch out for my Met Ball video that is coming very soon, and that'll be very fun to make as well. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you thought of the VMAs, what you thought of the performances, my ratings, everything. Go ahead and comment that down below. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notifications so that you're notified of the next time they post a video, and follow me on Twitter. I have Twitter deleted on my phone right now, but when I get it back, I will be following you back. So yeah, follow me on there. And yeah, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.